Good morning, everybody. So, from the session, I have taken a very important thing which is actually required in today's area. That is why we are becoming the professional teacher in today's area. And professional teaching is not at all required now. As Sir has mentioned in one of the sessions, that there, yes, it has been very important to be a teacher, but how? Should we be a mentor? Or just we should be a professional teacher? So as because all of the sessions I have also chosen one of the topic, that being a mentor, not just a professional teacher, where our body language should work as a confident mentor, not just like a professional teacher. So okay, first we need to understand that what is the difference between teaching and mentoring, and why we are telling that mentoring mentors today. So this is a perfection coming as an emotion towards your teaching. That is the only difference. So if I speak again, that means we as teachers are not providing just the professional teaching. Okay, this is the topic, this is how I'm going to write this on the top on the board, or I'm going to present it towards the PPT only, in the form of PPT. No, that is not required. All the students, all of you are having all of the PPTs in YouTube and in Gemini tool or in Chat GPT, which are coming. So we all know that AI is coming, and all of the AI tools will be replacing us. So that is how we need to understand. We should mentor our students, not just teach them in a teaching form. We the form which we actually studied, that is not a thing which matters today. Okay, so introduction is fine, I think. Who is a professional teacher? If I say the professional teacher from where we studied, that was our teachers were actually concerned about the syllabus. This syllabus term means we are covering the whole topics given to us according to either AICT or UGC. We are actually very focused on exams, and we are having a particular time, and that time is bound to us. So in 3 months or in 40 lectures, we have to make them understand everything which is mentioned in the syllabus. No, that doesn't work right now. The syllabus can be covered by all of us, by all of the students, using YouTube and every other platform which is there online. So yes, we need to focus on the syllabus also. We need to be exam oriented. We have a definite time with us. There is no indefinite time with us. But everything we are there. First, we need to understand our students. Every student has a unique identity. They have specific role, and so if a student is, if his brain works like a 65%, then that student can be pushed to 70% if I'm being a particular mentor, not being a strict and very definite time period bound. The rule one is like, I have given you the assignment, why your assignment is not completed? No, it can't work like this. I need to tell him this assignment means this. Now let's work on this particular assignment. Let's both of us. Or make a team of 3 to 4 students, give them some hands on practice, they will be doing that. Okay, so this actually, the professional teaching limits our capacity. We will not be able to make a personal connection between a student and me, or if I look at the home, then it will not be able to give a personal relationship with our new kids, which are Gen Zs or Alpha, as we talked about. And that looks like a short term impact, but it actually gives a long term impact. The student will not be growing as according to everybody he or she should grow. And now coming to the mentor. Who is a mentor? Which is a guy who is a teacher also, who is your coach also, who can be your role model also. If I go back to my teaching side, the if I focus on my student remembrance, then I would be able to remember just one two teachers who were not my teachers only, who were actually the mentor, who got me to this field of education, who were having a holistic growth for me. That is why today I am here. I am being called as Dr. Bindu Thakral. Why? Because of teachers which were my mentors actually, and there were just one or two mentors I had in my life who actually pushed me. This is who you are, this is your passion is, and this is how you can grow in your life. That is why I chose this field, that I want to be in teaching. I also want to mentor, go for the mentoring of some of the students so that I can be proud of myself. And okay, so mentor, it's like what to learn can be done by teaching only, but how to learn and how to live your life, how to come with that balance, that is known as mentoring. Why we are talking about this, why this changing needs of students coming in today's area only, and that is what not the purpose of older teachers. They were not having these type of concerns, but because that time AI was not be there, whatever our teachers were telling us, whatever was mentioned in the books, that was our syllabus. But right now, students have the access of AI tools. Students are having multiple books. Students are having multiple online platforms where they can go and get the projects, get the assignments, answers, can get everything. But the real problem is they can't go. There is a confusion in students how to choose their career. That is something which nobody can tell. The emotional stress which they are going through, sorry, but ChatGPT can't solve it. ChatGPT or some other digital tools or AI tools which we call it, they can't eliminate the digital distractions which our students are going right now. So to avoid all of these, today's teachers, we need to understand that we should understand each and every student by making a personal bond, and we need to reduce their emotional stress so that they are not being shy in coming to us. So we need to be, I'm not telling you to break that boundary, but we need to understand there should be a boundary of a teacher and student, but there should be a equal line also where the student is coming to a teacher without any fear, and they are telling that this is my confusion, this is how I got stuck. Now I'm stuck between these two jobs. Now tell me what is good and what is bad for me. And that is how a teacher would be able to choose the career of that particular student. So that is like we all need to understand why this mentorship is essential today. So one, guidance through books, we are getting it, they are also getting it. But guidance beyond the textbooks, we can provide them, but not by just being teachers. We have to become the mentors. How we can be a good mentor, that is like we need to study about it. And then why we are living today, that means we are actually taking a real life decision making. So we need to make them understand that how they can go for the real challenging, how they can decide about the real life. There are many of us which we actually thought of some other career, but now we are in teaching. Why? Because we choose. Sometimes we choose, sometimes it's a situation, sometimes it's something else. But right now we have become the teachers. We all are have done our PhD basically, or we are doing it. We are guiding some PhD students also, but the real life problems are still there with the students, with everybody in the life, with me also, with you also, with our students also. And that is something we need to solve. And how we can do that? First, we have to make ourselves ready for it. Yes, I'm not the typical teacher, I'm not a professional teacher. My aim is not to just complete the syllabus, I need to go beyond. So, for that, there are some tools which we need to understand. Number one is listening. We should have the listening power rather to have a speaking thing only. Because being a professional teacher, my thing would be, my habit is like just to talk, and we want our teacher, our students to listen. No, now the things has been changed completely. We need to listen, and we should have empathy towards them. Maybe some student can come with a very basic question of our syllabus. So for example, I can give the example of me teaching microprocessors 8086 in my class, and some student is coming with, after 15 minutes he is coming with, ma'am, can you just tell me what is pin number 21 saying, which I have already covered in my class. So that means the student was not aware when I talked about pin number 86, pin number 19, or whatever pin I wanted to explain, and whatever pin he is asking for. That student can come to us with this small question only if there is a trust between that student and I would be having. So the first thing we should have is trust building between myself and my students. Then only they can come to me for first with small problems, making that trust more stronger, and then after that, when the trust is very much strong, they can come to me for their lifetime problems also. So what we need to do as a mentor, I should listen by heart, not with the brain. And then I should be empathetic towards the student problem. Okay, so that means if I have become a good mentor for the students, it would be a proud moment for me also. It would be a proud moment for the student also, because the student would be giving all the credit for her career and the personal development to the teacher. And I have seen those students talking about their mentors and the teachers from whom they have taken the guidance in the farewell party. When they're talking about their teachers, he or she is a teacher who made my life so much comfortable, and now I am coming up and can give everything. My regards are more for this particular teacher. This is how we gain the respect, and for a teacher, getting respect is the proud moment. We all understand that. So now there is nothing in this which I can explain about it, because we all know about this. So then after that, we can be a motivator for them also. First I would be a mentor, and then I would be a motivator. So what I can inspire the student, and then in that case he can get more confidence, or she can get more confidence about the life decisions. Okay, so one, I can be a mentor, and then every teacher has to be a mentor in today's area. Okay, because every student is looking for a mentor, he or she is not looking for the teacher. But if I am a mentor, then after that, what I can be a role model for them. How I can be a role model for them? If I have the values, if I have all the ethics, if my professional behavior is very good towards them, then I can be a role model for my student. This is very important, and this is every teacher should know about it. Every mentor should know about it. So it's like, if I'm doing that, if I'm a mentor, and now I have become a role model for my student, what would be the impact on my students? The students will be having the improved confidence, and he or she would be having more clarity of their goals, and if they are not clear about it, they can directly come to us, because we have changed ourselves. We are not the typical teachers at that time. We have become their mentors. We know our students, each and every students. We know their problems, and we know how to solve that problems, because we are in that age where, because they are in the age where they don't know the results, but we are in the age where we know that if I take this decision, this will be the impact on my life. Some of the students want, so for example, for me, I believe that I started teaching as my passion. But if right now my need is to go to the industry, that is not possible right now, because industry people, we teach as teachers, we all know that in industry teaching just experience doesn't matter at all. I'm having 21 years of experience right now, and if I look at the industry, that experience will not be counted. But if I would have been in the industry and now I want to switch from the industry to teaching, that is very easy, and the 21 years of my industry experience will be counted as 21 years in the teaching profession also. So it's like, okay, we need to go for, so for that somebody should have talked to me about that. I was not having any idea about it. So in that, industry exposure is also important. That is important, that is important should be conveyed to my students, but they will not listen to me if I am behaving like a professional teacher only. If they trust me, they have a bond with me, and they want to listen to me, then only I can tell them some of my life experiences to them, which would be able to, which will make them to go for the industry exposure and having that skill development. And then the some of the girls can come back, or some of the men also, they can come back in the teaching area if they want to do that. So so what is the total conclusion of my session, my lecture was active listening. We need to understand what is the difference between a mentor and a professional teacher. And that session we have already taken in one of the day in our FTP. My purpose was that I have actually understood this mentoring part. Now would be, and then I read about this mentoring comparison with the professional teaching. Yes, now I understood that, and I want to be a very good mentor for my students. I've done it for some of the students where I was having the bond, but right now I understand that this is not important just with 2 3 students of my class. This is important for every class, each and every student. We should have an open communication. We should have, the more focus should not be only on the syllabus. We should have complete focus on hands-on practice, and hands-on practice will be done only by if I have a trust between me and my students, and I'm giving them an activity and they are making a group, and we all are solving the problem. And I also should have the proper involvement in that. So this is what I wanted to convey to all of you. And this was the basic. I would be reading more about it, would be definitely coming back to everyone else in the next of the FTPs, where we will be understanding more and more about COs, POs, mentoring, everything, whatever sessions we have attended. Thank you all, and I hope that everybody would have taken something from the session, and we all would be learning at each and every stage of our life. Thank you so much.